Can we include that the White House put pressure on us to censor the lab leak theory? That's the question Mark Zuckerberg asked in a group text with the top people at Facebook. That's the question he posed to Sheryl Sandberg, Nick Clegg, Joel Kaplan, the top people at Facebook on July 16th, 2021. Now, what prompted this group text? What prompted him to ask that question about the White House putting pressure on Facebook to censor the lab leak theory? Earlier that day, President Biden said Facebook is killing people. That's what got him talking. That's what got him texting. That's what got him asking, can we put out this statement that the White House has been putting pressure on us to censor the lab leak theory? Ms. Sandberg responded in that text message. She said, they're scapegoating us. Mr. Zuckerberg further countered or further stated, Facebook had been combating misinformation just like the White House wanted, but now there's this coordinated attack by the White House against us. Now think about it. Facebook, Mr. Zuckerberg was saying Facebook was doing exactly what the White House wanted, but it still wasn't good enough. Now we should back up a few months. Senior White House officials, in particular the two guys testifying here today, Mr. Flaherty and Mr. Slavitt, had regular phone calls and meetings with Facebook officials. One March meeting, Mr. Flaherty said, and this is again from the internal communications we got when we subpoenaed Facebook, Mr. Flaherty said, my bias is to kick people off the platform. White House is telling a social media platform, one of the biggest ones in the world, you should kick people off your platform if they're saying things we don't like. In another one, Mr. Flaherty says he can, quote, can you change the algorithm so Americans don't see news from outlets like the Daily Wire? Telling a company, the government, the White House, telling a company, change your algorithm so Americans don't see news outlets like the conservative Daily Wire. Now, Mr. Slavitt didn't want to be left out. He also got in on the censorship effort. He told Nick Clegg he was outraged that Facebook did not remove a meme. This one right here. Did not remove a meme. What's interesting is Mr. Clegg countered that, quote, let me just read this quote. I think this is amazing. Mr. Clegg, British member of parliament who works at Facebook, I countered that removing content like that would represent a significant incursion into traditional boundaries of free expression in the United States. An incursion into traditional boundaries of free expression in the United States. Think about it. You got the British guy telling the American guy how the First Amendment works. And it's not just any British guy. It's the British guy who's a member of the British Parliament telling the American guy who works for the President of the United States, this is an incursion into the First Amendment, into free expression. Now, it wasn't just Facebook. It wasn't just Facebook. On day 3, the White House sent an email to Twitter. Ms. Clark Humphrey sent the email. We've talked about this one before. This email said, January 23rd, 2021, third day of the Biden administration. Email goes to Twitter. Hey folks, wanted to flag the below tweet and I'm wondering if we can get moving on the process for having it removed ASAP. Next sentence, and then if we can keep an eye out for tweets that fall in this same genre, that would be great. White House, third day of the administration, telling Twitter, take down this tweet as soon as possible, and any other tweets like it, make sure you're taking them down too. That's probably censorship at its worst. And oh, by the way, the tweet was from Robert F. Kennedy Jr.